Greetings, everyone. This is Dennis at Boulder Sounds. I'm going to give you an overview of the Celtic Pipes version 2 for Native Instruments Contact. This is essentially the same samples as in version 1, the exception being now we have some very nice new KSP scripting by Bo Clausen, created for Boulder Sounds. So the Celtic Pipe collection features bagpipes, uilleann pipes, and pub pipes. So what you're looking at now is the front panel of the Celtic Bagpipe stereo instrument. And on the left side of the keyboard, we have the drones. To the left of that, the red keys are key switch assignments to turn the drones on and off. And you also have those same drones represented with buttons here on the front panel. And then on the right side of the keyboard, we have the chanter part of the instrument, or the melodic part of the instrument. So I'll begin by just demonstrating the drones. The drones are in latch mode, so when you you trigger a note, and you release the note continues to ring. You can turn that note off again by touching the key again, or you can do that with the sustain pedal as well. So here's an example. Here's the B-flat drone, which I believe is the original pitch of the drone. And also we have chromatic drones here, so that's something you're not able to do on real bagpipes, so we could really play in any key. So here's B-flat, and I'm going to turn the drone down a little bit with the drone volume knob here, off to the right. And if I want to hear the bass drone, I just turn on the bass drone button. Now I have a layer with the bass and tenor drone. I'm going to go to the tenor and the chanter drone. So now we're hearing the bass, tenor, and chanter drone. And then I'm going to turn the bass off. And now I'll return to my original setting, tenor only. And again, if I want to turn off the drone, I just play the B-flat again. And it's gone. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the chanter part of the instrument. And before I do that, just point out that there's a space button here. It says it defaults to space off. The space is the IR Convolution Reverb. So you turn that on. This is dry right now. And then if I turn the space on, right now I have it set below it. You can see there's a button that says small. I have it set to a small space. You can choose between small, normal, and big. And so I'm going to choose small. And here's what that sounds like. So the chanter part of the instrument is what's called in trigger solo mode. And the way I was able to get those effects that I just demonstrated was I play a note, I hold down another note, I have my previous note still held down, then I release the other note, and it returns to it. So it's sort of almost a double drone effect. So you can hear that low B-flat is constantly being returned to. So you can get some pretty realistic bagpipe emulations that way. Also on this main page, we have EQ button. If you just click on the button, it turns the EQ on, and it takes you directly to its corresponding page. Same thing with the reverb. Now the reverb is not the IR convolution, it's the built-in contact reverb, so it's more CPU efficient if you choose to use that. And below that, we have our page menu. We have the main page, EQ page, and a very nice written-in help page. Not to mention that if you turn on the information button in Contact, which we can't see right at the moment because I'm in the minimized mode, you turn on the I button down in the left-hand corner of Contact down here. Whenever you put your mouse over a certain control, it will tell you what that control does. So it's a very convenient feature. It's a built-in real-time help menu, I suppose. And now you'll notice we have tabs down here, Chanter and Drones. If I click on the Perspective and Humanize tab, we have some controls here. We have the amount of stereo spread, the panning controls, pseudo stereo control, which is a Native Instruments insert control. But the one I wanted to really point out is humanize. So here we can make the tuning not so perfect. So we can just turn this knob, get different degrees of being in or out of tune. And then here's really out of tune. Sort of a random generator for pitch, depending on how many pints the piper might have had. And we have the same kind of thing on the timing above it. So you can have the actual rhythmic accuracy you play within here with this set at 0, or you can have the timing be somewhat randomly off as the percentage goes higher here, all the way up to 100% if you want.